Thank you, Senator Hoeven, Senator Kramer, and Representative Armstrong for all your support. Good morning. I'm Rob Hansen, President of North Dakota Corn Growers Association, and I farm near Wimbledon, North Dakota in District 4. Thank you all for tuning in to our 2021 annual meeting. I also want to thank all of our current Corn Grower Association members for your membership. Our mission is to create a healthy, profitable business climate for Northern corn, and we believe the more members we have, the stronger our voice can be to successfully carry out that mission. I would like to start by introducing my fellow board members and our fantastic staff. Our executive committee includes Vice President Clark Price of Washburn and Secretary-Treasurer Andrew Mauk of Morton. There are 2 representatives from each of the 7 corn districts on our board. They are Ben Bacco of Walcott, Mark Belter of Leonard, Tim Kazette of Hillsboro, Greg Amundsen of Gilby, Paul Thomas of Velva, Ryan Wanzik of Cleveland, Justin Halverson of Sheldon, Kyle Spike of Milner, Bart Schott of Cullum, Drew Courtney of Oaks, Brian Lyer of Linton. We also have 3 at-large directors, Kevin Skunas of Arthur, Anthony Mock of Kintyre, Randy Melvin of Buffalo, and also 3 industry directors, Mike Larson from Peterson Farm Seed in Horace, Dave Spickler from Lighthouse Commodities of Bismarck, Corey McGillis from Hub International Insurance in Mayville. Finally, we have our staff members, our Executive Director, Brenda Elmer, and our Grower Services Director, Carrie Schiefelbein, and our federal lobbyist, Jim Callan, and our state lobbyist, Lance Gamey. Between our board and staff members, we're always advocating for our growers. We are the membership-driven organization of North Dakota Corn, so the more voices we have behind us in North Dakota legislature and with our congressional delegation, the more impact we have. Your checkoff investment goes towards research, education programs, and market development efforts funded by our sister organization, the North Dakota Corn Utilization Council. Therefore, although you pay your corn checkoff, this does not equate to being a member of the Corn Growers Association. We rely on memberships, so thank you, current members. And for the non-members, we need you to renew or join today. Representing corn growers on the board has given me the opportunity to observe and participate directly in effectively advocating for our growers, and an idea of how much more we can do as corn producers in the state. I would like to call the annual meeting of the North Dakota Corn Growers Association to order. Please take a moment to review the proposed agenda on your screen. We will respond to any comments or questions after the meeting has concluded. At this time, Vice President Clark Price will announce our 2021 scholarship winners.
The North Dakota Corn Growers Association is proud to have awarded these deserving student members of our association $1,000 scholarships this year. The winners are Matthew Healy from Lidgerwood, Bradley Erickson from Hatton, Paige Hawkinson from Annetta, Blake Trebold from Ariska, Jaden Anderson from Milner, Alex Huber from Edgeley, and Madeline Schmidt from Medina. Congratulations to all of our scholarship winners, and thank you to all the students who applied for our scholarship. We are proud to invest in these students who undoubtedly go on to become assets to the future of agriculture.
Thank you, Clark. We also held our annual photo contest this year. Many great entries depicting the North Dakota corn industry was received, and the following winners were chosen. Our third place winner was Lyle Henley from Tower City. In second place, we have Catherine Pelsner from Verona. And our 2021 photo contest first place winner is Mary Morkin from Castleton. Congratulations to our winners, and thank you all for those who entered the contest. We will now move on to reviewing our minutes from the 2020 annual meeting. On your screen, you can find the minutes from February 4th, 2020 at the Fargo Dome. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2020 annual meeting minutes.
I will second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. The 2020 annual meeting minutes are approved. Our Secretary-Treasurer, Andrew Malk, will now provide a financial report.
An overview of the North Dakota Corn Growers Association financials from fiscal year 2020 ending June 30, 2020 will appear on your screen. The total revenue from corporate sponsorships, the golf tournament, advertising, memberships, the magazine, and the Northern Corn and Soy Expo and other income totaled $367,730. The total expenses totaled $358,834. This netted a profit for fiscal year 2020 of $8,896. I will make the motion that the financials be approved as presented.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. The financials for fiscal year 2020 are approved. We will now turn it over to our state lobbyist, Lance Gaby, for a legislative update.
Hello, corn growers. Welcome to the Bismarck Capitol. We're in the Senate chambers. I'm sorry I can't join you in person for your annual meeting and expo, but I hope you're all enjoying this leadership event. My name is Lance Gaby. I work as a lobbyist for the North Dakota Corn Growers Association and represent your interests in Bismarck with the state legislature and with our executive agencies like the Office of the Governor, Department of Agriculture, Department of Environmental Quality, and so forth. We're working hard during this legislative session, which is actually proceeding fairly normally considering the pandemic that's ongoing throughout this country and the world. Our legislature continues to meet throughout this 2021 legislative session, somewhat normally in fact. The committee meetings continue to happen. The floor action in both the House and Senate meet regularly as they have in other years. There is the opportunity for people to meet and participate in hearings remotely through Zoom or Teams. If you'd like to participate or watch these events, I'd encourage you to do so. On behalf of the corn growers and you as members, we're working hard on a lot of issues, many this year related to water management, making sure that tile application processes are efficient and streamlined, that there's water management, that rural water systems and rural water districts are able to convey that water so we can help move along, trying to put in place processes where water resource districts can get established to try to handle some of that additional water that we've endured in some parts of our state. It's been a very prominent part of the 2021 session. The corn growers are also working hard on transportation issues. We've seen some investment and some interest in bonding issues to help pay for major water projects and transportation projects. Unfortunately, we have not yet seen the potential investment in counties or township roads, but we're still working on that. We think that there's still some momentum to get some dollars invested in those areas. We also are working hard and see a real potential in additional help for value-added agriculture. We've been successful in getting a loan guarantee passed for value-added agriculture. There's programs being considered for interest buy-downs. We want to figure out how we can add more value to the corn and other crops that you produce so we can keep more of that wealth right here in North Dakota. We've also had a real successful session so far on research funding, NDSU Research and Extension. They're doing well in terms of state funding. There was some proposed cuts. They've been turned back, and our efforts have helped make sure that those cuts are not put in place and that we can continue to enjoy the good work that NDSU researchers and professors and educators do to help make sure we can continue to be successful in North Dakota. A couple of issues that have not been as prominent this year, but we've worked on in previous years, property rights related to posting in your land and so forth, were very prominent in previous years. It's been a lot quieter this time around, but we're certainly keeping an eye on those topics. And another area where we've seen ups and downs in terms of policy interest is livestock development and what we could do for more livestock activity. There's been some interest, but not very controversial this time around. But I do want to let you know that your board members, your executive director, and your legislative team, who are your officers of the association, are very active. They're in Bismarck weekly to help testify and advocate for and against bills that are interest to the corn growers, and they are the go-to people for agriculture. The legislators that I work with every day, I try not to testify or do any hard persuasion, but when they need counsel or guidance on a policy issue, they ask what the corn growers' position is, and they know your officers and your leaders as people they can count on to ask questions for policy guidance. So just want to know that people are working hard for you in Bismarck and representing your interests. We're at the halfway point of the legislature, and we'll give you a wrap up at the end to tell you how it all went, but so far so good.
Thank you, Lance, for that message and for representing North Dakota corn growers. Our voice in Bismarck is very critical. We also rely on national corn's advocacy at the federal level through our association's federal lobbyist, Jim Kellen, as well. We now have a brief update from National Corn to share with you.
This is a message from NCGA President John Linder reflecting on 2020 from a national corn perspective. John says, "Enough unbelievable things happened last year to fill an entire history book. It was one roller coaster of a year that started off strong. First came the signing of the China trade deal at the White House. Then, a few days later, the 10th Circuit Court agreed with our position that the EPA was improperly issuing small refinery exemptions. 5 days after that, we were back at the White House for the signing of the U.S., Mexico, Canada agreement. Not a bad way to start off the year. We rode that momentum into a record-setting commodity classic in San Antonio, celebrated those wins together, and returned home to an emerging crisis that would define the remainder of the year. As winter turned to spring, COVID-19 flipped the world on its head and knocked farmers off our feet. Instead of giving in, we helped our neighbors out. Commodity prices have rallied in recent months, lifting spirits and raising expectations for a strong run this year. And we're looking forward to the reintroduction of the Next Generation Fuels Act, a game-changing bill that paves the way for the future of our fuel. My pledge to you is that I will leave no stone unturned as we search for ways to capitalize on the momentum in the months ahead."
Thank you to NCGA for all that they do at the national level. Now moving on to old business, we have a message from our board member, Kevin Skunas. Kevin is a National Corn PAC member, as well as a past president of the National Corn Growers Association.
Mr. President, I would like to say a few words about the importance of our federal and state political action committees. Last fall, our president, Rob Hansen, and I sent a joint request for participation in our National Corn Growers Association's PAC. NCGA's Corn PAC is a voluntary political action committee where corn grower members from across the country can pool our collective resources in support of candidates for federal office who have demonstrated a record of advancing our policy priorities. Corn PAC allows for us to build and maintain relationships between legislators and our industry. I would also like to add that Corn PAC is nonpartisan, and support is awarded to legislators on their voting records of our priority issues. Corn growers have a lot to be proud of when it comes to recent policy accomplishments. We have experienced successes with the last Farm Bill, the passage of the USMCA, and expanded access to higher blends of ethanol. There's a lot at stake for agriculture, and NCGA's Corn PAC facilitates our ability to have an active role in the political process. On our website, you will find a link to a contribution card. I encourage you to play an active role in our association's political efforts and consider making a voluntary contribution to the National Corn PAC. Likewise, in North Dakota, we have our own North Dakota Corn PAC, so we can support state candidates who have a voting record of supporting value-added agriculture, ethanol, improving our local roads, expanding livestock production, and promoting reasonable water management of our land. Please also consider investing in the North Dakota Corn PAC, and thank you if you already have. We need ongoing support. We cannot sit back and let others speak for us at the national and state levels. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, where we post about this and any other important corn matters. You can also go to our website, ndcorn.org/corngrowers, to access all of this. Is there any other old business to discuss? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business, where Vice President Clark Price will lead the election of new directors.
The elections for Districts 4 and 7 will be held to replace Ryan Wanzik and myself, as we have both completed our terms. These positions are for a 4-year term. David Erickson of Buchanan is nominated to represent District 4, and Joe Sheldon of Washburn is the nominee to represent District 7. I will make the motion that these candidates be adopted to serve 4-year terms, and there are any nominations or objections.
I second it.
Hearing no objections or nominations, all those in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. We will continue on to the re-election of our industry representatives.
At our last meeting, Corey McGillis of Hub International Insurance was named as an industry director. His first term will begin July 1st, 2021. Our current industry directors are Mike Larson of Peterson Farm Seeds and Dave Spickler of Lighthouse Commodities. Both will complete their first terms this July. I will make the motion that Mike Larson and David Spickler both be re-elected to serve a second one-year term as industry directors beginning July 1st, 2021.
I second the motion.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carries. Congratulations to our two new board members and our two industry representatives who will be staying on another year. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our outgoing board members, Bart Schott, Clark Price, and Ryan Wanzik. Your dedication to the association and your investment in time has strengthened North Dakota Corn immensely. Your stepping up has made a tremendous difference. Let's all give them a hand. Is there any other new business to come before the organization? If not, could I get a motion to adjourn?
I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. The 2021 North Dakota Corn Growers Association annual meeting is hereby adjourned. Thank you all that attended today. We invite you to stick around for the rest of the day for more presentations, and we hope to see you all in person next year.